The headlines. This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning. I am Nador Esther. The headlines. Borno bombings. Killing spark fury. Defense chiefs move into Meduguri. 2027. Tinubu minister seeking office gets March 31 resignation deadline. Police set up security in Sokoto ahead of Eid al-Fitr. Sports. CAF declares Morocco winner of 2025 AFCON. Entertainment. Benin Queen, others risk expulsion over Pella's unauthorized visit to the palace. The news info. Borno bombings. Killing spark fury, defense chiefs move into Meduguri. Security chiefs have relocated to Meduguri, the Borno state capital, to take charge of security situation following Monday's night coordinated suicide bombing that killed 23 people and injured 108 others. President Bola Tinubu, who on Tuesday ordered the immediate relocation, described the attack as desperate and frantic attempt by terrorist elements under constant pressure from security forces. The suicide bombers returned explosive almost simultaneously around 7:02 p.m. at the Maiduguri Monday market, the post office flyover area, and the security post at the entrance of the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. In a statement posted on his official X handle on Tuesday, the president mourned those who lost their lives in the attacks and commended troops for repelling coordinated assaults on military positions in the state. Among those who lost their lives, sympathize with the injured and stand in solidarity with people of Borno during this challenging time, Tinubu stated. "2027. Tinubu minister seeking office gets March 31 resignation deadline. President Bola Tinubu has directed all political appointees under his administration who intend to contest elective offices in 2027 general election to resign their appointment on or before 31st of March 2026. Those affected include ministers, ministers of state, special advisors to the president, senior special assistants, personal assistants, director generals, and chief executive officials of the federal government, parastatal agencies, commissions, and government-owned companies, as well as other political appointees of the president. The directive, announced in a circular issued by the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Foundation, is in line with Section 88(1) of the Electoral Act 2026 and the timetable released by the Independent National Electoral Commission for party primaries ahead of the 2027 polls. The circular, signed by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, and issued by the Permanent Secretary of the General Service Office, Ibrahim Kana, stated that the directive applied to all categories of presidential political appointees seeking to participate in party primaries or contest for any elective office. According to the circular, all affected officials are required to submit the formal resignation letters through the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation not later than March 31st, 2026. Hardship. Labour pushes 154,000 minimum wage. The National Public Service Negotiating Council of the Organized Labour has formally demanded a 154,000 minimum wage, a 120% upgrade review of salaries and allowances for public workers in Nigeria. The new demand, according to the union, is to mitigate what it described as the life of servitude currently being experienced in the country. The demand was contained in a letter addressed to the office of the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, dated March 12, 2026, with reference number JNPSNC Gen Call V01163. The demand was titled Urgent Need for the Upward Review of Salaries and Allowances of Workers in the Nigerian Public Service and Commendation for the Approval of Gratitude Payment of Retiring Workers. The letter was jointly signed by the National Chairman of JNPSNC, Benjamin Anthony, and the National Secretary, Olowoyo Gbenga. The JNPSNC purposed its demand on the outcome of an exhaustive meeting of the Council held on Monday, March 9, 2026, at the AUPTRE National Secretariat, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. Police set up security in Sokoto ahead of Eid-el-Fitr. The Sokoto State Police Command has rolled out a comprehensive security strategy ahead of the Eid-el-Fitr celebrations, assuring residents of a peaceful and hitch-free Salah across the state. In a statement issued on Wednesday by the Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Ahmad Rufai, the Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Musa, extended warm felicitations to Muslim faithful and all residents, urging them to celebrate responsibly and in line with the law. The Sokoto State Police Command facilitates with Muslim faithfuls and all residents on the occasion of the Eid-el-Fitr. We have put in place adequate security measures to enjoy a peaceful and joyous celebration, the statement reads. To reinforce security, the Commissioner has directed area commanders, divisional police officers, DPOs, and tactical commanders and intensify patrols and scale up intelligence-led operations across the state. Personnel have been strategically deployed to key locations with visible policing before, during, and after Salah to deter criminal activities and reassure the public, Rufai stated. Sports. CAF declares Morocco winner of 2025 AFCON. The Confederation of African Football has awarded the 2025 African Cup of Nations title to Morocco after its appeal board ruled that Senegal forfeited the finals of its tournament following a successful protest by the Moroccan Football Federation. The decision, announced on Tuesday, overturned an earlier disciplinary ruling after an appeal made by the Federation Royale Marocaine de Football, with the board finding that Senegal breached competition regulations. The CAF appealed board stated in its ruling the Senegal's national team is declared to have forfeited the final match of the Total Energies CAF African Cup of Nations Morocco 2025, with the result of the match being recorded as 3-0 in favor of the Federal Royale Marocaine de Football. The ruling was made in applications of the Article 84 of the regulations of the CAF African Cup of Nations, under which the appeal board set aside the earlier decisions of the CAF disciplinary board and upheld Morocco's protest. On Senegal's conduct, the board ruled the Federation Senegalese de Football, through the conduct of its team, infringed Article 82 of the regulations of the African Cup of Nations, added that the added lodged by the Federation's Royal Marocaine, the football is declared admissible, informs that the appeal is upheld. The appeal board also addressed a series of related disciplinary matters involving both federations. On Moroccan player Ismail Sabari, the board confirmed the finding of misconduct in violations of Article 82 and 83(1) of the CAF disciplinary codes, but amended its sanction. The board ruled that the sanction imposed on Mr. Ismail Sabari is amended to a suspension of 2 official CAF matches of which one match is suspended, while the $100,000 fine previously imposed on the player was set aside. Regarding incidents involving ball boys during the match, the board found the FRMF responsible for their conduct, ruling that the fine imposed on the Federation Royal Moroccan de Football in respect of the ball boys incident is reduced to USD 50,000. However, the appeal concerning interference around the VAR review area was dismissed, with the board confirming the $1,000 fine imposed on the FRMF in that respect. Morocco, who hosted the tournament, are therefore crowned AFCON 2025 champions by ruling of the appeal board rather than on the final whistle, in one of the most extraordinary conclusions to the African Cup of Nations in the competitor's history. Entertainment. Benin Queen orders rigs expulsion over Pella's unauthorized palace visits. The Benin Traditional Council on Tuesday said that the Queen, who allowed streamer Habib Hamzat Adelaja, popularly called Pella, to gain unauthorized access into the palace, faces possible removal from the palace. This was contained in a statement signed by the Secretary of the BTC, Frank Irabo, and made available to journalists. Pella, who is currently on a nationwide tour, visited the Oba of Benin Palace on March 6, where he was received by some officials of the palace. According to the statement, the council viewed the visit as a serious breach of protocol and the desecration of the sacred precincts of the palace. The council has also extended an invitation to Pella to appear before a committee of chiefs to state his side of the story. The statement reads, the Benin Traditional Council wishes to address the public regarding the serious breach of protocol and desecration of the sacred precincts of the palace, which occurred on Friday, March 6, 2026. The council confirmed that an individual, Habib Hamzat Adelaja, a social media influencer popularly known as Pella, gained unauthorized access to the palace premises on the said date. Mr. Adelaja and his entourage entered the palace without the requisite permission from the council, and the subsequent conduct caused significant embarrassment and a breach of the peace within the palace ground. The Benin Traditional Council's views these incidents with the utmost gravity. The palace is not a public thoroughfare for a location for frivolous content creations. It is ancient and spiritual seat of the Oba of Benin, governed by centuries of traditions, customs, and scared protocols. Irabo said that the council has conducted a preliminary investigations into the circumstances that allowed the unauthorized access. He said that stringent disciplinary measures have been taken against palace staff and chiefs who aided the mischievous act. Specifically, a chief who was implicated in the incident has been suspended indefinitely from the palace. Recap of the headlines. Bono bombings. Killing spark fury, defense chiefs moves into Maiduguri. 2027, Tinubu minister seeking office gets March 31 resignation deadline. Police sets up security in Sokoto ahead of Edil Fitel. Sports. CAF declares Morocco winner of 2025 AFCON. Entertainment. Benin Queen orders rigs expulsion over Pella's unauthorized palace visit. Follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook, X, WhatsApp, YouTube at Ifako Radio, on Instagram at Ifako Radio _. For news reporting, contact us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or call or WhatsApp 091 2222 7433. Special thanks to our news producer, Olanureti Olusegun. Thanks for watching. I am Nado Esther. Have a productive Wednesday. God bless Ifako Ijai.